it's hell. It's literally hell. You know, you see images that won't leave you.
I dealt with soldier suicides, and it was just horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous.
Ran into a minefield. I hit the ground, you know, like flat on my back. And then my legs just literally, like my ankles came around in the wrong way.
You expect to go from that world to this one. It doesn't end.
I came home, and it just wasn't the same.
The people around me, when I came back, were telling me, you know, you're not the same person.
I just stayed home, didn't go anywhere.
I'm always in constant fear, constant worry.
I used to be so certain of myself and who I was.
Job took me back, but couldn't do it anymore. Lost all hope.
What it is you see all around you, every minute of the day, the innocence that you lost, the innocence that you sacrificed. My goal is basically to just be able to enjoy life again.
The genesis of dog tags is me reading the New York Times and seeing horrible pictures of explosions in Baghdad and throughout Iraq, and me thinking every day, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And one day I said, I can do dogs. I wanted to let our wounded Iraq and Afghanistan war vets know that America supported them.
So Puppies Behind Bars expanded its reach, teaching inmates in New York area prisons to raise not only explosive detection canines, but now they would also train psychiatric service dogs to help veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes, good sit.
It takes about 1.5 years to really sculpt them into something where, you know, we can give them to a soldier. We get them in at 8 weeks old. So, I mean, they're just this little ball of fur.
At the end, they're doing 90 commands.
We teach the dogs to dial 911.
Commands like salute serve as a greeting to strangers and help ease awkward social situations, while Got My Back and Pop a Corner offer reassurances that someone is watching out for them.
What I see in men and women who've got our dogs is a fear that paralyzes them.
In Iraq and Afghanistan, you know, they don't know what's around the corner. If you're in a supermarket, you see a dog nose pop around the corner, it's like, oh, hey, what's going on here? So if the dog's peeking around the corner, it kind of makes them feel a little more secure.
The program's most unique aspect is that the inmates receive a rare opportunity to become teachers, training veterans one-on-one in prison.
This is a higher pitch. That's why when you whisper, they actually hear you better, because you're using more of the sound.
Most people, they generalize, prisoners as, they're no good to society, they can't do anything.
You know, despite whatever they've done, these puppy raisers have an enormous amount of patience.
Chris is double amputee. I personally sat for 3 months in a wheelchair, many hours a day. So I had an idea of the troubles that he went through.
It's hard to see somebody like Chris, but you can see that he's not giving up. He's the way that I guess I want to be.
I didn't know what to expect from the prison training, and to see that they were loving, dedicated, hard-working, well, I mean, what else do you need in a person?
I have never seen the connection that I see between inmates and soldiers. And I think it's because they share a lot of the same issues. They are both in their own prisons.
It just makes you feel alive because you're finally doing something with your time. You're not just punching in, punching out, or sweeping the floor. You're doing something that's like, beyond like people's imagination.
This is something that they can give back to society. Even though some people may still have negative opinions about them, this is their way to redemption.
The results of 18 months spent nurturing a puppy are immediate, tangible, and life-changing.
It is the most amazing process that goes on. The The guy that has Oprah, Jeff, I mean, he mentioned today that he slept for 4 hours, which is the first time he's done that, since he's returned from war.
I've had trouble sleeping. And a couple days ago, it was just really bad. Just real bad images, and I broke down. And Henry came up and put his chin on my knee and kind of snapped me back to reality, and he really helped bring me back from that.
And that is their purpose. These dogs are a tool, and they help ease the transition back to civilian life.
Got my back?
Maya has been with Jacob, an Iraq war vet, for over a year now.
I wouldn't have a life right now if I didn't have the dog. I went from having panic attacks once or twice a day to having one every 6 months. And I went from taking 15 pills a day to 3. I thought every day about suicide. And I got the dog, and I feel alive, and I feel like I don't want to die. I feel like I have a reason to live now, if not for me, then for her.
Transformation. You're gonna make me cry, but just seeing these guys begin to heal, it's really extraordinary. They've sacrificed a lot for our country, and I give them a lot of credit for the courage they've shown since they've come home to say, I am wounded, even if you can't see it.
From the unlikeliest of places, a battlefield, a prison, hope and inspiration emerge.
I look at her and I say, this is my way back into normalcy.
It's just so gratifying that knowing that I did something for somebody while I'm here, something noble. I mean, think of the sacrifice they did for us. So it's my little, gift of being an American, whether I'm in prison or not. I gave back to, my country. And Brian was my gift.